Hey, what's up everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so let's get off all that deep stuff and talk about some Laker basketball tonight, the Summer League. Just saw highlights. Didn't get a chance to see the game because, well, I didn't know it was on for the first half. In the second half, I couldn't find a link, so that wasn't so good for me. But I can tell you that I did watch those highlights and saw what I wanted to see. And both teams, the Lakers and the Clippers, have some young talent in their back pocket that could really step up over the next several years and step out. McCoy, this is the thing about the Lakers situation. I keep telling y'all we have some of the best scouts in the business. So naturally, our Summer League team is going to have a bunch of guys that you're really excited about, and that's what I see there. The entire team, like pretty much the entire team, I think can make it in the league. I've been saying that since the beginning of the Summer League, and I don't feel any different. I've been mentioning of a guy by the name of McCoy the whole time, and tonight he really stepped up and stepped out. His jump shot, I mean, he looked like Zach LaVine out there tonight, or Tyler Hero or something like that. This dude is really, really shifty. His mid-range jump shot is wet, and when he gets into his dribble packages and pull up, it is really, really special stuff. So, you know, I could clearly see that he has a handle gift. You know, he's like I said, very shifty and smooth, silky smooth. One of the smoothest players you're gonna see in the Summer League, period. So he was able to step out and really show what I had already been seeing glimpses of, and help the team win tonight quite a bit. And of course, you know, other guys on the team as well. 40 Jones, I always tell y'all, 40 Jones, who wears number 17 in the Summer League. Mason Jones, one of my favorite Lakers. I don't want us to let him go. I've been screaming about him since the end of last season, and he's having a great Summer League. And he also was too a big reason why the Lakers got the Clippers tonight. The Clippers got some interesting players too. Diamante is a player that really popped off the screen. I think he had a double-double. Definitely somebody with some upside they're going to really like. Forgive me if I said his name wrong. This is really my first time getting a glimpse of him. Rookie, so he was really good. BJ Boston, the way he was finishing out there with so much speed was really, really impressive. I could not be more impressed with BJ Boston. And it was another player down there as well who was doing some stuff. I can't remember what his name is at the moment, but the Clippers definitely put on a hell of a show out there with their young talent. But, you know, I was really pleased with our guys. Max Christie, his three-point shot finally fell. I think he hit 2 or 3 of them tonight. So that was a huge deal, massive deal, because that thing hadn't been falling at all. Not for us, not for Michigan State, not for him. But we saw that high arc fall a couple of times tonight. One beat the buzzer at the end of the third quarter, I believe it was, and another in the corner that swished really, really nicely. Max Christie is going to start showing his potential as he continues to get stronger. That's really what it is for him, is strength and conditioning, because once he gets that going, then he'll be able to finish, and then we'll really see what he can do on both sides of the floor. In my opinion, he profiles as a defensive-minded shooter with length, who can really, really move from left to right and keep up with players that you would really, really have trouble finding someone to guard, or rather finding someone to put them on. He's somebody you can put on those fast guys, on those fast point guards, those little dudes like Van Fleet, like Kyrie. He's the person that when he fully develops, you're going to want him to stick those guys. And so that's where I think his ultimate strength is going to be when he fully develops in the league. And on the offensive end, he profiles as somebody who's going to crash the glass. If the three-point shot falls, he's a shooter. But if it never really does come around consistently, he's still going to be somebody who helps you, because I really, really like what he can do from a length perspective. And he can just go around and help you with intangibles on both sides. I think he can play make some. He's really going to pick, you know, the speed up and provide tempo. I think he can probably play both guard positions, maybe even some 3 as he gets older. And I just really like the prospect. I don't have expectations of him being a superstar, but I really don't know what he can be, because he's so young, and he came out after 1 year of a struggling college career. So it's not crazy that he does turn into something very special for us. And so I see the upside, you know, and now that the three-point shot is starting to slowly but surely come around, I think his confidence is going to go up, and he's going to be good for us, really, really good for us. So that's a player I'm excited about. Of course, Scottie Pippen Jr. We know he's ready to go. The three-point shot also failed tonight from the corner. I don't know how many he missed or made because, of course, only I saw highlights, but I did see it fall once. And that's important. That's very important because that's where I think he's going to have to really improve the most in order to get himself on the basketball floor for us. If he can consistently hit that shot and continue to work on his rhythm from behind the arc, particularly, I think he'll be ready to go. As simple as that. He's an NBA player. He's got the strength for it. He's obviously got the pedigree. He has intangibles. He's smart. He has the passing gift. And ultimately, he's going to put himself in a position to score a lot because he's really aggressive and he doesn't mind contact at all on both sides of the floor. So, given the fact that he also has a nice mid-range game and is also somebody you can place on people that are tough to defend because of his strength, particularly in his speed, I don't think it's going to be too long before he's a regular rotation player for our Los Angeles Lakers. It's not going to take long at all. So we got us a lot of young talent. Cole Swider's obviously somebody who you want to mention was hitting shots tonight, helping the team win. I want to see him improve defensively, but offensively I already trust him. Already. So it's one of those situations I have no problem putting him in the game to hit threes. You know, and it's just a good young team that they put down there. You know, you saw guys, Kaleta Jones, of course, played well tonight. Jay Huff, that's the only thing we're really missing, our big fella out there. Haven't seen him since the second game of the summer league. But all in all, it's just health and safety protocol rearing its ugly head once again. So it's robbing the young fella out of a summer league that I really think he would be dominating in. Quite honestly, it's simply put, he would be dominating in. We saw what our interior defense looked like when he was out there, and it won't be something I've forgotten about just because we only saw him in 2 games. So that's somebody I think we might want to call up early, and that's what I'm saying to you guys. Is we don't have enough roster spots for the upside that we actually provide ourselves as an organization. You know, and looking at this summer league team, you understand that they can most definitely find themselves in key roles all over the league. We're going to start seeing our guys get plucked away one by one in terms of this summer league squad, you know, just like our guy Mac McClung, who ended up on the Warriors summer league team somehow and is killing it as usual. It's like we just don't have enough spots. So, can credit to the scouting department for just overall being phenomenal as always, finding talent in places where, you know, you really don't necessarily think you would. They pluck guys out who are in the mid-tier range, sometimes in the lower-tier range, who have upside, who understand the game, and they bring them up to what it is that we do, and they have a great system in place. And so you just got to give the G League credit overall and our scouts credit overall for getting this team together and putting in place what I think is a bunch of young talent that's going to help make this league overall better. So I wish we could keep them all, you know, but I know for a fact that we cannot. That's just simply what it is. So a guy like McCoy, we're going to wish to God we brought him up. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I don't know that we'll be able to fit him in, but he's not necessarily somebody you just want to poo-poo away. What he does is going to translate offensively into the big leagues. There's no question about that. He is silky smooth. Now, I don't know what his deficiencies are. I don't know the player. But what I'm seeing in Summer League, if he can do that in the big leagues, I think the sky's the complete limit. You might be seeing something very special in that young man, because he has a very, very entertaining style of play, and that holds a lot of value, especially with the Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm keeping a close eye on McCoy particularly. And of course, 40 Jones. Don't be surprised if Mason Jones develops into an NBA All-Star. I'm just going to put that out there right now, because he's the prototype. He has the body. He has the ability to stretch the floor. He defends. He rebounds. You know, and he seems to be smart. Now, he's not overly athletic in terms of finishing and things like that, but he's efficient in situations where he's cutting to the basket. And he's efficient in situations where it's and one. And you can count on him to be streaky in terms of attacking and ultimately putting up a lot of points. The makings of him developing into something really, really good is there. I'm just telling you right now, because what you can do is you can put him at the 2, the 3, the 4, and in small ball situations, the 5. He's positionless. And I don't think that he should be somebody that we look at and say, oh, well, he's just okay. No, he fits what we're doing right now. And I look at a guy like Grant Williams. I look at guys like PJ Tucker. I look at some of these dudes, and I say he's that, but could potentially be actually a little better, to be completely honest with you. So I'm looking at Mason Jones a certain way, and if I'm the Los Angeles Lakers, he has a roster spot this year. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know who needs to slide away. I know we have big plans for certain players, but he needs to be a part of what we're doing right now. Mason Jones, who wears number 17 for the Summer League. I'll call him 40 because that's what he wears for us. He needs to be a part of what we do. And I'm not kidding about that. And I'm going to advocate for that until we call him up, because that's exactly the type of talent that I'm telling you we can turn into something for real. And so that there's no question about that. I'm just putting that out there. So with that being said, I'm excited about the Summer League team. We haven't, been killing it in terms of wins, but I do believe that's because we don't have Jay out there. I truly believe that's the difference. But all in all, we got the win tonight, and I'm happy that we are, man. This is a good watch. I think ultimately the league is in great hands, so long as they continue to invest in the development of young talent, role-playing talent. I think you will be so very pleased with where the league heads from here. So that's what I got to say, man. Super excited about it. My name's BDL44. Thank you all for watching.